Hey Cosmic Faves, it's your girl Malu from Co-Creating Hermit, bringing you the latest video in like months. I think since last year. I am so terribly sorry for being inconsistent, and that's the word. As much as I hate to acknowledge it, I'm letting go of my pride and my ego, and I have been inconsistent with y'all, and I'm so sorry to my 50 loyal subscribers. I love you guys. You're all the real MVP for still putting up with my ish. But I'm here today, and I'm going to bring you a cool pick a pile tarot reading. We're going to be using the spread. It's called the self-worth tarot spread by the one and only Emerald Lotus Divination. I love their spreads. They're very informative, very in-depth, and transformative, and that's what I'm all about, boo. So if you are new here, I am Malu from Co-Creating Hermit, and I focus on self-discovery in order to cultivate transformative alignment to our authentic self, so that way we may walk and live life fully empowered. So if that's something that you're into, please join the inner circle, and yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here is pile 1, here is pile 2, and here is pile 3. Pile 1 is the abundance divination, divine abundance oracle cards. This one here is the work your light oracle cards, and this one here is the self-care, the sacred self-care oracle lights. Keep in mind that I will be using all 3 of these oracle cards plus another one. I just wanted to do 3 piles, not more, just because I've been rusty. So pick pile 1, 2, or 3. Either way, you'll get all of them, but go based off of like what you're vibing with. Which design do you like more? It can be 1, 2, or all 3. You never know, there may be a message for you in all of them, one of them, or 2 of them. So please take some time, take a deep breath, pick the one you're into, and I'll catch you at your pile. Pile number 1, how you doing? I'm so glad to be back. I have a new setup, you know, it's been a while. I'm so sorry. So I have a mic. I've been having a mic, just I never figured out until now how to use it, and I just ordered a boom for it. Right now I can only use one hand as I'm talking into the mic, but as I'm shuffling, I'll be using both hands to shuffle accurately. And anyway, so I'll be using the Botticelli tarot, and this is the beautiful tarot that has vintage gorgeous art that I am obsessed with, like Renaissance art. I have a love for it. Maybe in a past life I was alive during the Renaissance. But anyway, so we'll be using this tarot to do a 5-card spread. And after the 5-card spread, I'll pull a card or 2 from each of the oracle piles that you saw. So pile number 1, get a drink, get a snack, sit down, relax, and get ready for your reading. I have to put the mic down as I shuffle, but I'll grab it when I'm ready to say what's what, okay? So how does pile 1 see themselves? Spirit, 1 card to describe how pile 1 sees themselves. 1 card to describe how pile 1 sees themselves, Spirit. Okay, we've got here the Knave of Swords, which is also the Knight of Swords, right? I will confirm this. This is a new deck. Let me quickly confirm it. Oh, excuse me. This is the Page of Swords. Wow. Page of Swords. Okay. So, Spirit, how pile 1 speaks to themselves. 1 card to describe how pile 1 speaks to themselves, Spirit. Pile 1. 1 card to describe how they speak to themselves. we have here 9 of Wands. Interesting. Okay. Spirit, a card to describe how pile 1 can remind themselves that they are worthy. A card that pile 1 can remind themselves that they are worthy. Okay. 2 cards came out for you, and I'm going to keep them. The first one was the 16th card in the Major Arcana, the Tower. And then the other card that came out was 8 of Pentacles, and I'm loving this already. Don't fret about seeing the Pentacles, the Tower card. We will get into that. Okay. 4th card here is, how can pile 1 practice loving themselves? How can pile 1 practice loving themselves, Spirit? 1 card for how can pile 1 practice loving themselves, Spirit. Okay, we have here the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Very nice. Oops, excuse me. You know what? I'm gonna put it. I don't know if you can see it. I'll double check right now. The last card. How can pile 1 admire their beauty, Spirit? How can pile 1 best admire their beauty? 1 card, please. How can pile 1 admire their beauty? Okay, this one flew out. We've got the 8 of Wands. Look how cute the little angel. It's a little Cupid. Okay, let me see real quick if you guys can see. At the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. All right, and I'll keep that one here. Okay, so sorry for the inconvenience of me having to put down my mic and grab it, put down and grab it. Again, hopefully by the next video, I will already have hold on, sorry. I made a promise to myself that I'm going to speak in affirmations in the I am sense rather than hopefully and if, and you know, I am getting a mic boom. So by the next video, this will not be an issue. Okay, I'm sorry. So anyways, you guys got how you guys see yourselves is here with the Page of Swords. The second question in the second card speaks of how you speak to yourself, right? This card represents how you speak to yourself. These 2 cards represent the second question, which was, how can you, pile 1, remind yourself that you are worthy? And here, for the 4th question, we got the card, the Queen of Pentacles, which represents the question, how can pile 1 practice loving themselves? And here, the last and final one, how can pile 1 admire their beauty? Okay, and I forgot to say for the 3rd question, which was how can pile 1 remind themselves that they are worthy, you guys got the Tower and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so jumping right into it, I love the cards that you got. Let me just tell you that right now. Don't be afraid of that Tower card here. But how you guys see yourselves is of someone who is very, I want to say, like, you guys know you have brilliant ideas and you guys are very imaginative. You guys have the ideas of, like, if anything, like, how do I say this? Like, you guys, it's an effortless way of coming up with ideas. You guys have that. Like, if there's any problem, you are very solution oriented. Like, without even trying, like, you could come up with solutions and you have ideas. You're very, what is that word? You are very ingenuitive. Is that a word? Oh my God, I'm making up words now. Well, I feel like you have so much Aquarius energy. Let me know in the comments below with Aquarius sign if you are an Aquarius, but you have this ingenuity in you, like an architect, like an engineer, like you are a logical thinker and you think in solutions. You're a problem solver and a solution oriented type of person. Okay, so that's how you see yourself and that's how you carry yourself. Moving on to this one here of how you speak to yourself, we have the 9 of Wands. And the Nine of Wands speaks of, which is amazing because it coincides with the next cards, it speaks of resiliency. And you are a resilient person. You stand your ground, you're firm in your ways, and you're firm in your beliefs. And you also have this prestige way about you with this peacock here, this elegance about you, right? The way in which you speak to yourself and you hold yourself to a high regard. And that is an amazing quality to have, pile number 1. I love that you speak highly of yourself, and that you, not just of yourself to other people, but to yourself, that you speak to yourself in that way. That is an amazing way to speak to yourself. Sometimes you may be a little too tough on yourself to set in your ways, but I don't see it in a negative way. Right? You give yourself that tough love. You speak to yourself in that tough love because you know you need it. You're creating that discipline that you know you need in order to cultivate a new life, cultivate a 180, cultivate a change. And that is such an amazing quality to have. And that's something that I admire. Truly, I admire in you. Now, moving forward to this card here, these 2 cards of how you can remind yourself that you are worthy. We got the Tower and we got the 8 of Pentacles. These 2 cards speak volumes to me that you are worthy of every single thing that your heart desires and your imagination can create for the good of all and harm to none, obviously. Because, and not only because, but because you have endured so much in your life. You've had to start over multiple times in your life. Let me know if that resonates, but you've had to start over multiple times in your life, and you've had to work hard for where you are now in your life. And that in and of itself should show you your resiliency. And I know some people feel a little come see, come sour, or not come see, come sour, but feel kind of weird towards that word resiliency, because some people are like, I'm tired of having to be resilient. And then there's other people who are like, I want to be resilient. Resiliency is an amazing quality to have and to cultivate, because I mean, whether we like it or not, we are all resilient to an extent, you know? And this is something that you know for a fact, because no matter how many times you've fallen off of your ivory tower, right? Air quotes, you have always managed to pick yourself up and put in the work in order to get back up there. And that shall show you how worthy you are, that you deserve that seat at that table. You deserve to have all those good things that you want, but it starts with you acknowledging that within yourself, right? You want people to love and respect you and admire you. You love yourself, respect yourself, admire yourself, which is a quality that I see already. However, allow yourself more of it. Right? Allow yourself to indulge in it, an abundance of self-love, okay? Obviously not so much that it's damaging you, but you know what I mean. Moving forward here with how you can practice loving yourself. I see here that with this Queen of Pentacles, pamper yourself, boo. Allow yourself, treat yourself. And that is honestly one of my favorite sayings. If you watch Parks and Rec, if you know, you know, okay? But honestly, treat yourself. Allow yourself to indulge in the pleasures that you love. Spoil yourself, pamper yourself, treat yourself to a spa day, to self-care day. Create routines that make you feel pampered, that make you feel like a princess or like the queen that you are, honey. You deserve it. You deserve it. And you need to stop putting yourself in the back burner and working so hard and saying, I don't deserve it yet. I don't deserve it. But honey, you deserve it. And you cultivating this helps you fortify your self-worth, right? And it creates a standard now. And that is something amazing to cultivate. Moving forward with the 8 of Wands here, for how you can admire your beauty. I just love, first of all, the little Cupid here that you have. I sense that you have this very like flirty energy without even trying. You have this energy about you. You are a beautiful person. Your aura is beautiful. It is youthful. It is joyful. And that is something that is attractive, not only to people, but to things, to animals. Like, you have an attractive, youthful aura to you. And that is something to admire, right? You have such a wonderful beauty within you. And it's not just externally, it's not just your exterior, but it's also your energy inside, your heart, your soul, your spirit is such a beautiful light quality or aspect of yourself. So acknowledge that and love it, okay? Just quickly with the back of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles, just overall, the back of the deck always describes the overall energy of the reading. And it talks about putting in some work, right? Seeing where our weak spots are, where our weaknesses or our flaws, and where we need to put in the work to kind of align to our authentic selves, or to cultivate more alignment, right? So that is something that you might want to, again, with this reading, be privy to. Okay, so moving forward, we're gonna start pulling a card from the oracles just to see like how you can work your light, some sacred self-care practices you can incorporate to your daily routine, also a spiritual awakening, which is the 52 universal cards of the universal law oracle cards, excuse me. So what universal law you can work with to help you attract more of that energy of self-worth to yourself. And then we're going to end it with the divine abundance oracle. Okay, I'm going to put my mic down so I can shuffle and we'll get to it. Oopsie. One second. Pile number 1 and how they can work your life. Okay. Oh my gosh, you got here, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Exactly. That's the card that you got. That's what I said with the Seven of Pentacles card here. At the back of the deck, you have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yes, and that also confirms this align your life card here. Okay, spirit as sacred self-care routine that Paolo can incorporate to their daily life. Okay, you guys got clean your space, and at the back of the deck we got family. Go. The law of abundance. Open your mind to your prosperous nature. Absolutely. I'm gonna put that one here. At the back of the deck, we got the law of nature. Reconnect to Mother Earth. And lastly, we're gonna be moving on to the divine abundance tarot, and let's see what's one divine abundance, something to look forward to, something to let you know, like a message from spirit, what you have to look forward to. What is the divine abundance that pile number 1 can look forward to, spirit? Ooh, okay, confirmation here, double confirmation. All right, I'm gonna pick up my mic now so I can talk more about these cards. So the divine abundance card that you got is awakening. That's the second card that you got here about awakening. So also with that tower card, kind of hints towards awakening, having like the truth revealed, like you realizing some things that completely change your life and your perspective in life. So here we go. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Beautiful. I'm gonna put this one down here. If you can't see it, I'll move it up right now. So for the divine work your light. Align your life. What is not aligned and needs to be changed? We had hinted towards that here in pile 7. Like I said earlier with your tarot cards below, you guys are an amazing person. You guys are very innovative. That's the word. I'm so sorry if I bugged you with that. That would have irked me too if I was watching a video. You're very innovative. However, maybe some of you guys have a problem with getting it started or learning how to break it down into steps that you can actually follow through with it. And that's possibly why here this card, Align Your Life, is coming out. And also with the Awakening card here, Energetic Upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You learning how to integrate the steps in order for you to cultivate a transformation, right? Like I had said with the 7 of Pentacles here, seeing what's not working, taking that out, swapping it for a new habit, new routine, and testing out the thing. See everything as an experiment in that sense. You're just testing things out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, now you know it doesn't work, right? With this Clean Your Space card, clean your space. Honestly, there's this, my dad used to always say, your room or your home is a representation of how you have your heart and your mind. If it's messy, if it's dirty, if it's cluttered, well, that's what's going on inside of you. So clean your space. That's possibly something you just need to do in order for you to catch a breath and feel lighter, right? So go ahead and take some time to clean your space. You know, it's already springtime soon, it's around the corner, and spring cleaning is here. It's about to be here. Also, spend some time with your family. It's always good to spend time with family who reciprocate the love, the respect, and the support. So hang out with those family members that give you that and make you feel motivated and make you feel worthy, that make you feel loved, so that they can help boost your ambition or motivation to get things working. I was gonna say working, twerking, but anyways, I'm going to read out of the guidebook for these 2 cards because I don't know them by heart. The Law of Abundance and the Law of Nature. Give me a second while I open the guidebook and then I'll be right back. Okay, pile number 1. I have finally opened it, okay? It says here, Universal Law of Abundance or supply. Open your mind to your prosperous nature. The spiritual truth is that the universe only knows abundance. The entire cosmos is designed with infinity elemental equations with unlimited combinations. This law is designed to have you aligned with absolute abundance. When you invert this law or live in a scarcity mentality, you will experience feeling bound and fearful. The reality is, you have been endowed with a mind that is immeasurable in its ability to innovate and create possibilities. Oh my God, I had said that. I'm sorry. I just love it when things synchronize. Okay. Even the material realm is lavish, and energy becomes unbound through the incalculable synthesis of material particles. Your higher self desires for you to awaken to your infinite potential and innovation. Let go of the lack mentality, and the universe is ready to pour wealth onto you. Open your heart. Awaken the oracle within. The spiritual truth is that the very essence of who you are is abundance. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to awaken to your infinite potential and innovation. Let go of any scarcity mentality. Release any perception you have about the circumstances of your life as a problem. You will unveil the power within by shifting your mind to viewing it as an opportunity. The universe is ready to pour wealth onto you now. Open your mind and practice receiving. And it comes with a journal and an action right here. So I'm going to tell it to you and take some time to journal this. Write a list of everything you desire and every experience you wish to have. Everything. Now live 100% in faith, never energizing any thought that is not in alignment with that creation. Now ask yourself, who do I need to become to be a vibrational match to all of it? Yes, that totally coincides with the reading. We're going to be moving forward to the law of nature now, okay? It says reconnect with Mother Earth. There is a divine source and intelligence inherent in all of life. It establishes and regulates the phenomenon of how elemental forms of matter relate. This law dictates the chemistry, biology, and science of the mechanics of this world. The natural design brings structure and standardization to create in a context of organization. At the core of who you are is nature itself. Awaken the oracle within. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to spend more time with Mother Nature. This note might indicate to take a daily hike, plan more time by the ocean, or work in a garden. It may even be telling you that it is time to move to where there is more nature. The universe is guiding you home to divine source. The journal and action part here says, take some time today to do breath work and reset each cell of your body. Notice how you feel before and after you do breathing exercises. Yes, absolutely. Pile number 1. This is all I am seeing for you. I love that all of your cards synchronize with the message that I have received for you from spirit, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, from your archangels. This is for you to allow yourself to have that awakening so that you can create alignment to your authentic, innovative self. You have so much potential. Just allow yourself to be open to receiving all the potential and abundance that you desire. It is not impossible. Everything is possible as long as you believe so. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you're new here, please subscribe to my newsletter, The Inner Alchemy Pathway, the Pathway to Self-Mastery. Please do so. The link is in the description box below. In there, you'll receive 1 to 2 newsletter emails every month. The first one would be about tarot, how can you apply it to your daily life? And the second one will be about my Mind, Body, and Spirit series, which we talk about how we can cultivate alignment to our mind, body, and spirit. That will begin in April, kicking it off. I meant to say when the Aries season begins, which is March 21st, right? And we will be starting that series with the zodiacal new year, okay? Because that's how I have it set up. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments below how it did. Please, it'll help me. Your feedback helps me tremendously. All right, bye-bye now. Hi Pile 2, how are you guys? Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you selected the Work Your Light Oracle, the one that had the roses in the middle, this is your reading. We will be using the Botticelli Tarot, and then we'll be picking a card or two from each of the oracle cards that you had seen in the beginning of the video. We will be using the tarot spread by the one and only Emerald Lotus Divination. I love their tarot spreads. They're very informative, in-depth, and transformative, and that's something that I fucks with, okay? So we're gonna be doing that. It's 5 cards, 5 questions, 5 cards, and we're gonna get into it. So I do not have a boom for my mic. It's just on this little basic tripod, so I have to hold it in my hand in order to get good audio quality. So whenever I shuffle and I say something, I'm sorry if it sounds far away. I will re-explain it when I pick up my mic and put it closer to my mouth, okay? So I'm going to put down my mic for a second or two so I can shuffle these cards and get the cards for you. Then I'll pick it up again to describe it in best audio quality. Okay? Alright, Spirit. One card to please, Spirit, of how pile number 2 sees himself. One card to describe how pile number 2 sees himself, Spirit. Oh my gosh, it keeps on doing it. Okay, I'm going to stick with that one, just because that one fell. So we have Judgment. Okay, keep going. One card to describe describe how pile 2 speaks into themselves. One card to describe how pile 2 speaks to themselves. Okay. We have the 2 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. I'm going to keep the Knight of Swords just because the 2 of Cups was face down, okay? One card to describe how pile 2 can remind themselves that they are worthy, Spirit. One card to remind pile 2 that they are worthy. One card of how can pile 2 remind themselves that they are worthy, Spirit. One card, please. Okay. We've got the 4th card of the Major Arcana, the Emperor. Behind that, although I'm not going to keep it, but behind it is the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. Okay, 4th one here. How can pile 2 practice loving themselves, Spirit? One card, please. How can pile 2 practice loving themselves? This one flew out. We've got the Knight of Cups, or of Chalices, as this card, this deck writes it. And lastly, how can pile 2 admire their beauty, Spirit? How can pile 2 admire their beauty? How can pile 2 admire their beauty? We've got here the 3 of Wands. Okay. At the back of the deck, we have the World card. Wow. I have to censor her, you know what? But we got the World card. And I'm going to have that one here with a little crystal. I do not want to get flagged, so it'll stay there. All right, pile number 2. So I'm going to go over quickly the cards and the names and what they are representing. Because as I was shuffling, I was saying them, but not into the mic, so the audio was probably off. So here, we've got Judgment, the 20th card, for the first question, which is how you see yourself. Right off the bat, I feel like you are judgmental towards yourself. You have an inner critic in you, and that little inner critic be judging you hard and be grilling you hard, and you feel it. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I relate, because your girl had a toxic inner critic, very, very toxic. Okay, so moving forward, you got the Knight of Swords for how you speak to yourself. This is a card that represents how you speak to yourself. And the Knight of Swords, you have a quick tongue, baby. A quick, sharp tongue at that. How this card here, the Emperor, is of how you can remind yourself that you are worthy. The Emperor card, how you can remind yourself that you are worthy. Moving forward, we got the Knight of Cups for how you can practice loving yourself. How you can practice loving yourself. And right off the bat, I'm like, you need to take yourself on dates. Take yourself out, put yourself out there, get out of your comfort zone, admire yourself and your beauty, and treat yourself, okay? We got the 3 of Wands to how you can how you can practice loving yourself, right? And then this one's how you could admire your beauty. Knowing your potential, boo. Knowing your potential and putting your present self to work so that your future self can be grateful of what your present self did for it in the future. I will explain that in much better detail when we get there. We have the World card as the back of the deck card of the overall energy of the reading. This is conclusion, like completion. You have came to completion here. And this is the goal here, honey. Look at her and her awe and her Venus energy and her beauty, right? This is the most famous Venus, I believe it's Venus portrait, right? I will look it up. If it's wrong, I'll put it here. If it's right, I'll put it here. Either way, because I may be speaking just to speak right now. But I know that painting for a fact. And that's honestly why I got this deck, because of that beautiful painting. But moving on here. So with the judgment card of how you see yourself, honey, you see yourself in a very I feel like you're very picky and hypercritical of yourself, and it feels almost like if you're not satisfied, like it feels almost as you're constantly comparing yourself to other people and you're not satisfied of where you are presently in your life. And that is a very hard and heavy place to be, my dear. And I relate to that. That used to be me for various years. So I know how that feels, and it's not a beautiful place to be. It's not a nice place to be. It is very lonely. It is very depressing and very, very draining. Okay? And I need you to give yourself more compassion. I need you to give yourself more gentleness, more peace. Be your own peace, baby. Stop being hard on yourself. Stop being judgmental. You know, some of us grew up that way. Our parents were very judgmental and cruel, and like some of our parents were our first bullies, or even our siblings. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's horrible. It is horrible because they compared you to someone, or they judged you. You could never do no good. Like, you were constantly, everything was wrong, and they would let you know, and that sucks. And I'm sorry to hear that, but I need you to be easy on yourself, to go easy on yourself, to be kind, to be loving, soft to yourself, and think of yourself in or see yourself in a higher regard, in a regal way, in a majestic way, right? With this Knight of Swords here, sorry, I had to quickly check if I was recording because I for a second thought it wasn't. With this Knight of Swords here, I see that you have a very sharp tongue because of this, because of how judgmental people have been to you in the past, and how judgmental you are of yourself. It's almost giving like a little projection sometimes, or self-defense, like, you know, meaning like you could be judgmental of other people. I mean, who isn't, to be honest? Who is not? But when we start to talk smack and be sharp at the tongue, it's because we're projecting, right? More often than not. But if it's because someone's coming at you and judging you, you are snappy, like quick with it. Your tongue cuts, baby. And it's because you have your walls up and you have your self-defense. But this is not about other people. This is about you. How you be talking about you and to yourself. And you could be rough to yourself. You could be mean to yourself. And that's something that is not okay. You are human. You make mistakes just like everyone else. Okay? That doesn't make you any less worthy. That doesn't make you any... That does not make you a failure, right? Failures are lessons. They are lessons in how we can do better and how we can grow and learn. Okay, so stop being so sharp and so mean to yourself. That is the vibe that I'm getting. Okay, now moving forward here with the Emperor card, you need to remind yourself of your worthiness. Remind yourself that you are that bitch. Sorry for the cussing, but you are that bitch in your life. You are that girl. You are the it girl, honey. If you allow yourself to be. I'm so sorry to be burping into the mic, but you have so much potential and you have authority in your life. You need to start walking and seeing yourself and treating yourself as if and truly you are the authority in your life. You are the king, the ruler of your life. You can create stability in your own life. You can have that healthy mentality for yourself. You can have, rather than an inner critic, you can have an inner coach. Like, anything and everything is possible if you set your mind to it and you allow yourself to be open and to receive that. You have so much potential to be that authority in your life. And it is your life, honey. At the end of the day, it is your life. People can give you opinions, and they're only just that, opinions. But at the end of the day, you decide what gets done and what doesn't, okay? So setting more boundaries with the way you speak to yourself, with the way you carry yourself, with the way that you speak and think of yourself is going to set standards, right? It's going to set the standard and the expectation of how you expect others to treat you. Because if you treat yourself poorly, other people are going to see that and treat you the same way, right? You want people to respect you, treat you with love and kindness, and as you are the authority person in your life, and respect that, then you need to start doing that for yourself. No one's going to give that to you. Okay. And I'm sorry to be tough loving, but I only speak from experience because that's something that I needed to learn and give myself. And that is something that I wish for you. Moving forward to the following question. You guys got the Knight of Chalices, which is the Knight of Cups, for how you can practice loving yourself. And I am seriously telling you, take yourself out on a date, put yourself out there, and meaning experiencing new things, trying out new things, becoming the student, right? Date yourself, get to know yourself. What do I like? What do I love? What am I passionate about? What do I hate? Like, I feel like the reason why you're so judgmental is because there is a lack of knowledge of who you truly are, because people in the past have judged you and said you're this, you're that, and it has fogged your perception of yourself. So get to know yourself, take yourself out, get to know who you are, what moves you, what motivates you, what ignites your passion, what ignites your soul, what you aspire or want to be or do. Get to know who you are, okay? And that is something that I feel will work wonders with you. And also romanticize your life, romanticize your everyday things. Like, put on those rose-colored lenses, like, you know, get that cute little tea set, the cute little robe, do your skincare routine, honey. Get your nails done if you can. If you can't afford it, do adzu, honey. Paint your own nails. You know what I'm saying? Create a beautiful and relaxing home, an energizing home, somewhere you want to escape to, or a room. Do things that will help you romanticize your life, right? To help you feel in awe of your life, of yourself, of your interior. Get to know who you are deep inside the depths of your soul, right? Moving forward with the Three of Wands, we got how you can admire your beauty. I feel like you know you are a beautiful person if you put in the work. And I know that you have potential and you are gorgeous, just like this woman here walking through the meadow collecting beautiful flowers, right? Yeah, she's collecting beautiful flowers. And that's what I mean by romanticize your life, romanticize yourself, fall in love with yourself and your potential and everything that you are. Love yourself. And I feel like you need to cultivate self-love. And first of all, loving where you are now. Learn to love yourself in this moment and not just that future potential. Love yourself right here, right now, how you are, as you are, and say, okay, I love myself so much that I know I need to put in a little bit of work here, a little bit of work there. However, I am still a beautiful person. This is the quote for you, honey. This, I just thought of it right now. I not thought of it, but remembered it. You are a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same damn time. You don't even know how long that freaking quote was my shit for years because of my toxic inner critic. I am a freaking masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time, baby. And that is true. That is very true. That's what I'm seeing here for you. Okay, so please, please, please remember that. You are a masterpiece, just like this gorgeous Venus painting, and a work in progress at the same time, baby. And you need to allow yourself to feel that beauty of you right here, right now, and the potential to become beautifuler, right? You're already beautiful, and you could be even more beautiful if you get your mind right, if you get your heart right and your mouth right, like that toxic inner critic, right? If you hold yourself to these higher standards, baby, you have so much to offer yourself if you only let yourself to. Okay, put the walls down. You don't need to have those defenses anymore. So let's move forward to the oracle cards. As I'm shuffling them out and pulling them out, I will be showing you them in the camera, and then I will once I'm done shuffling all of them, I'll pick up my mic again and get into it with those and read from the guidebooks. Okay, so give me a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, you have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. You've also got the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. At the back of the deck, you guys got the keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Okay. Moving forward to the work your light. No, excuse me, to the, what is it? Oh, sorry, I skipped ahead. We're going to be doing the sacred self-care. Okay, so one self-care practice that they can incorporate into their daily routine. Spirit, one self-care practice. Okay, we got two. We've got sync with the moon. And we've got connect to your womb. The back of the deck, we got clean your space. Maybe you were drawn to pile number 1 as well, because they got that card too. Moving forward with the universal laws. Spirit, what are the universal law that pile number 2 can connect with? Universal law that pile number 2 can connect with. Okay, we got 2 cards as well. We have the law of harmony, dissolve all discordances and chaos. We have the law of truth, love unconditionally and create healthy boundaries. Baby, we had said that earlier. At the back of the deck, we have the law of pure potential. Open your mind to all the possibilities and allow yourself to receive everything. That is what I had said earlier. Okay? That is what I had said earlier, and I love that. Love that that's the overall energy for that. We're going to get one last card with the Divine Abundance Oracles. 1 second. With any messages from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, from your archangels. Any last messages from Spirit with the Divine Abundance Oracle. Any last messages from your spirit guides, ancestors, angels. Well, here we go. We've got intuition. I'll read it right now. Just give me a second. At the back of the deck, you got extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Oh, you know what? Let me read this better in the mic. For extraordinary, it says here, there is a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Do you hear that, pile number 2? You deserve to be honored. And that starts with you, boo. Honor yourself. You deserve it, okay? So, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Absolutely. In those moments that your inner critic really gets the best of you and it has you feeling low and down, I agree with doing things that can help you replenish yourself, such as napping, such as bathing, such as cleansing yourself, your space, doing breath work, grounding yourself, even doing like a releasing ritual if you're into that, if you're into the craft, doing a releasing ritual, incorporating things that can help you feel lighter and feel like you are able to release what no longer serves you. We also got the Great Gathering card here. Well, you got the Great Gathering card, which is saying it all is coming together. Intuitive hits. You will be getting a soul tribe. When you find yourself, you naturally attract those who are meant to be in your life, your soul tribe, okay? So work on yourself, focus on yourself, and the rest will come together naturally and organically, okay? Here are some self-care rituals that you can incorporate to your everyday life is syncing with the moon, doing lunar practices, moon magic, if you're into the craft. Like I said, I don't know why I keep on saying that, but I feel like pile number 2, you may be my craft babes, like my witchcraft babes, my witchy babes. And you don't have to be like a pagan or anything like that. Like you can be literally into moon magic, or you can be into candle magic or into divination, but try incorporating the moon. The moon is so connected to us, to the earth, to humans, to animals. It is a divine source that we can connect to and learn from in its many phases, right? So that's something that you should tune into. I love doing moon magic myself. Another thing here is to connect to your womb. Connect to your womb. If you are a woman, connect to your beautiful womb that allows you to create life. It is a portal to the divine. So connect to your womb, connect to yourself, to your womanhood. Allow yourself to feel whole, right? To feel embodied. And this is not to say that if you don't have your womb, you're not whole. This is just, women, feel your womanhood. This is me assuming that you are a woman on the other side, meaning you viewer, if you're a woman. If you're not a woman, just skip this card, okay? My bad. So yeah, I'm going to read this card, Intuition, then I'll read from the guidebook for these 2 cards. So it says here, this is a beautiful image, by the way. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what is needed. And I definitely agree that you should connect to your intuition more. Listen to your intuition, or as non-woo-woo people like to say, your gut feeling. Listen to that intuition and let it guide you and lead you to exactly where you need to be. And it literally, your intuition will give you the guidance and wisdom that you need in order to release the judgment that you keep on putting on yourself. Pile number 2. Okay, I will put down my mic for a second so I can grab the guidebook so I can read from it the messages of these beautiful cards, the law of harmony and the law of truth. I'll be back momentarily. Okay, so I'm gonna get into it. Universal law of harmony. Dissolve all discordances and chaos. There is divine order to this universe. To the extent that you create harmony is the extent to which you will experience your divine power. Through freedom of choice, you can arrange things in such ways as to set in motion a series of causations that will harmonize your own conditions without antagonizing the like powers of others. We experience free will to the extent we create without opposing Mother Nature or the creations of others. If we misuse our energy, we begin to take away our own powers and implode upon ourselves. Awaken the oracle within. There is a divine order to this universe. The extent to which you create harmony is the degree to which you will experience being in your divinity. By drawing this card, your higher self desires to end emotional turbulence. Any discord between you and another in your life may be coming to a close. When you commit to inner peace, you will have peaceful relationships. Yes. Affirm it, baby. This message could also mean a benevolent relationship with food, your body, and your physicality. The universe is guiding you towards a harmonious life. Absolutely. And it comes with a journal and action here. It says, take full responsibility for all of your relationships. Make any amends that are necessary. This includes apologizing and forgiving yourself. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with this, and I feel like it totally resonates with the rest of the reading. Let me go ahead and move on to the universal law of truth. It says here, love unconditionally and create healthy boundaries. At the core of who you are lives an omnipotent presence that has eternal wisdom and love. Within each cell of your body lives a divine intelligence, an innate healer, and an ultimate life force. You are endowed with intuition and universal guidance. The extent to which you deny this is the extent to which you will suffer. Awaken the oracle within. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to live authentically. The truian of freedom is truth, life, and beauty. To unlock your divinity, you must end any battle within and live a transparent life. Yes, yes. Sorry, I totally dropped the book. I'm so sorry. Snaps to that, because that is what I have been sensing for you. Pile number 2. Telling the truth may be uncomfortable at first, but the universe assures that there is a life of freedom on the other side. Most importantly, tell yourself the truth and you will be set free. Here's a journal in action. Write down all the lies you have been telling yourself. Where have you been settling in life? Where have you been pretending instead of being authentic? Now write down your truth in the 4 areas of your life: relationships and love, career and money, health and vitality, and creative expression. Pile number 2. Wow, that was a really, really intense reading. I hope that you can cultivate a healthier relationship with yourself, that you learn and love yourself and you acknowledge your worth, and you learn how worthy you are of living a life with ease, living a life abundantly, because you deserve it, boo. So if this video and this reading resonates with you, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check the description box below where I have a link to my newsletter, where I send 2 newsletters a month. Please excuse my ice machine, but I send 2 newsletters a month. My newsletter is called The Inner Alchemy, The Pathway to Self-Mastery. And there I send the 2 newsletters a month, like I said repeatedly. One is with a tarot and saying how we can apply it to our everyday life. The second is from my Mind, Body, and Spirit series that will start with the Zodiacal New Year's starting March 21st with Aries. And we'll move from there, and it will end next year at Pisces during this time next year. So please join us. I mean, it's not going to end, but usually the series ends. It ends at Pisces, starts at Aries anyways. Please join us, our inner circle there at the Inner Alchemy. We're 17 strong in my newsletter, 50 strong here on YouTube, and 130 strong in Instagram, and I may work up to TikTok. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you really liked your reading. I hope it resonated. Please let me know below how it resonated and how you liked it. I really do look forward to your guys' feedback. I'm wishing you all the best in life. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, pile 2. What's up, cosmic babes? If you selected pile number 3 with the Sacred Self-Care Oracle, then this is your reading. As some of you may know, the lighting is different. It is nighttime. I had to stop filming because I ran out of time and I had to go into work. So for those of you that are OG cosmic babes and have been here since the beginning of the channel, I didn't work before, and now I finally got a job, and so a part-time job, and so I had to go into work. Like, I only had 20 minutes to quickly get ready. No, I want to say like 30 to quickly get ready and get all my stuff together and get my behind to work on time. So that being said, we're gonna do a self-worth tarot spread by the wonderful Emerald Lotus Divination. I absolutely love their tarot spreads because, as I've mentioned before, they are very straightforward, very on point, at least for me, and they go deep. And I truly appreciate that. And as someone who is not constantly, but someone who is into personal development and alignment and transformation, that is something that I fucks with. So shout out to them, Emerald Lotus Divination. I love your tarot spreads. I follow you on Pinterest. Anyways, so sorry to digress. We will be doing that. It's 5 questions. I'm going to have 5 cards out for each question, and then I'll do your reading. And then after that, we will be pulling out oracle cards, 1 or 2 of each of the oracle decks, and then that'll be your reading. All right, so let's get into it. All right, Spirit. So how does pile number 3 see themselves? One card that represents how pile number 3 sees themselves, Spirit. One card, perfect. And we have here the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. If you guys see the smoke, that is a sandalwood incense cone that I have burning, and it smells bomb. Second question is, how does pile number 3 speak to themselves, Spirit? One card to represent how pile number 3 speaks to themselves. One card to represent how pile number 3 speaks to themselves, Spirit. Okay. We have the 3 of Wands. Okay. And for the other question of how can pile 3 remind themselves that they are worthy, Spirit. One card to represent how pile 3 can remind themselves that they are worthy, Spirit. One card to represent how pile number 3 can remind themselves that they are worthy, Spirit. Thank you. So we have the 10 of Wands, and this one had fallen and hit this and came down in reverse. So I'm going to take it as a reversed card. 10 of Wands. Now, correct? 10 of Wands? Yes. Now, moving forward onto the 4th question is, how can pile number 3 practice loving themselves, Spirit? One card to represent how pile number 3 can practice loving themselves, Spirit. Perfect, thank you. We have the 4 of Wands. And okay, I'm trying to make space. Last question here in card. How can pile number 3 admire their beauty, Spirit? How can pile number 3 admire their beauty, Spirit? One card. How can pile number 3 admire their beauty, Spirit? All right. We have 19 of the Sun card. All right. At the back of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man at the back of the deck. Okay. Let me see if that's coming out on the video. 1 second. Okay. So, pile number 3. I saved the best for last. It's not just because I was running a little behind schedule and I had to quickly get to work, but excuse me. Pile number 3. You guys got, again, for the first question of how you guys see yourselves, we got the Ace of Pentacles. I see here that you guys are first of all, before I jump into that, let me just mention that there is 3 wand cards here. So I'm sensing lots of fire energy. You could be, doesn't mean you have to be, but I sense here that you could be a Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. Okay, I am sensing that with the wands here. They represent fire energy, passion. Okay, you don't have to be. You have it probably somewhere. It's probably somewhere in your chart that it's very prominent and it influential in your life. Okay, so like I was saying here with the Ace of Pentacles, on how you see yourself. I see you as a person who is a collaborator. You see yourself as a person who is willing to work with other people to make things happen. And you are not afraid to get things done, even if it means working with people, and to ask for help whenever you need it, right? I feel like this card is privy to that. You've learned your lesson of struggling so much. You've learned that it's not a weakness to ask for help. It is absolutely okay to ask for help when needed. And when you know, hey, I am at my wit's end, I cannot carry this load anymore, I am struggling and I need the help. And that's absolutely okay. It doesn't make you weaker. It makes you stronger to be able to admit that you need help. That is a wonderful attribute to have here. And I can see that with the Ace of Pentacles. You are someone who has ideas in order to help you grow, has ideas in order to create solid foundations, has ideas that brings in more prosperity into your life, and you're willing to do that with other people. And that's a beautiful attribute that you also acknowledge and see within yourself. Okay, moving forward with the Three of Wands here, of how you speak to yourself. You speak to yourself in a way that you know there is possibility, and you are, I want to say, like, compassionate. You understand that it takes time to get things done, and you're thinking in future tense. You say, maybe I don't have this right now, but it's like you say that one thing, I'm not there yet. I'm not that yet, but I will be. And that is a wonderful perspective to have about oneself, knowing that maybe I'm not exactly where I want to be. However, I know I'm going to get there because I'm putting in the work to get there. And I see the possibility. I see all the infinite varieties that there is of me, right? The infinite versions of me. And I can bring that to be by not only speaking it into existence, but also taking inspired action in order to manifest your desires into reality, which is an amazing quality to have. You speak of yourself in a way that you carry yourself in such a way that is beautiful and gentle. And if this doesn't sound like you, maybe this will be you, okay? Maybe this will be you. But based off of the imagery I'm seeing here, this is a woman who seems to be carrying herself in such a high, beautiful way, but also in a way that she's grounded. She's walking on the ground barefoot, knowing to connect to Mother Earth. She is connected. She is divine. In that sense, she is fully aligned, okay? And that is something that you, that's how you speak to yourself, in that way, okay? So moving forward here, for how you can remind yourself that you are worthy, pile number 3 is reminding yourself of all the things that you've gone through, actually not gone through, that you have overcome. That's what I meant to say. You've overcome so much, and I can tell because the 10 of Wands came in reverse. And the original right away, it's a man struggling to carry all the wands. And it talks about struggle. It talks about like having to sacrifice so much to get this to where it needs to be. And here the homeboy is just resting, chilling, and he's like, you know what, I'll deal with that at another time. I'm just over it. I'm done. Okay. But in your case, you have overcome the struggle. You have overcome adversities, and you have learned that you are strong and resilient, and you can, whatever you set your mind to do, you can achieve it. And that is an amazing quality to acknowledge within oneself. It is amazing. Do you know how many people do not give themselves credit? Like, honestly, do you know how many people do not give themselves credit? There are a lot of people out there who don't acknowledge their achievements, who don't acknowledge their work, who don't even acknowledge their worth, and they feel like they don't deserve certain things because they think they have not done enough, or they feel they have not done enough. But you are finally getting to that point, or you have gotten to that point where you have acknowledged everything that has brought you to this moment. It was difficult, you struggled, it was tiring, it was burdensome, yet you still achieved greatness, right? You realize that it did not bring you down because of your ability to ask people for help, because of also your support system. You probably have a wonderful support system or a village behind you, a tribe behind you, a soul family, and that is amazing to have. Not that many people have that, and that is a true blessing. Pile number 3. So moving forward here with the 4 of Wands, of how you can practice loving yourselves. I honestly, with this beautiful card of this woman and the child, I'm hearing doing some inner child work. Doing some inner child work, and also, again, celebrating your victories, celebrating your wins, allowing yourself to celebrate you, boo. If you're constantly hyper-focused on failures, on struggles, or lack, that's all that the universe will reflect to you. So other than doing some inner child work, healing that inner child within you, right? Reparenting yourself, I'm saying celebrate the joy of being alive, the joy of being here, the joy of overcoming your struggles. Celebrate the joy of you are worthy. Celebrate all that you have overcome. Okay, pile number 3. Now moving forward, we have, for the 5th and final card, we've got how you can admire your beauty. Honey, you are a radiant person all around. When you walk into a room, people notice you, people acknowledge you, people are in awe of you. You are radiant and vibrant like the sun, honey. That's why I had also said you could possibly be a Leo, either sun, moon, or rising, because the sun is connected to or aspected, right? No, what is that word? What is the word? Hold on one second. Corresponds to Leo. The sun card corresponds to Leo. Like I was saying, you're a very radiant person. People love you. You are very loved. You are a gorgeous person. Your soul is beautiful. You have that gentle soul, right? You have a radiant soul, and your beauty emanates from within to the exterior. And you're also a very beautiful person. You are a sun child. You are like a summer baby. You're beautiful, fun, joyous, and you have so many wonderful qualities about you that I can see here. And people just love to be around you, point blank period. Like, enjoy that. You know, every once in a while, go ahead and take your time, rest, recharge. But overall, you need to admire yourself in ways like, for example, you can go out sunbathing, walking in nature. You can also, like I'm sensing gardening here with the roses. Go out gardening, flower picking, right? Dress yourself in clothing that makes you feel attractive, that makes you feel beautiful. Create a self-care routine that makes you feel vibrant. Do the things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness. Do the things that make you feel happy and beautiful and joyous, right? That's a reminder for you to do that. Now, moving forward, I just quickly wanted to talk about the back of the deck card, which is like the overall energy of this spread, of this reading. And you have gotten the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man talks about taking a moment to pause, to reflect, to essentially kind of like recalculate or reconsider certain things in your life. So whenever things are getting difficult, getting burdensome, or feeling uneasy for yourself, go ahead and take a moment. And I had briefly said that like you need your time to recharge as well. Whenever something has you stuck or stumped or feeling kind of like in that scarcity mentality or closed off, go ahead and take some time out so that you can reflect and go into introspection, right? And see what it is that it's really bugging you, what is really triggering you or making you feel that way. So that's something important to keep in mind. And it's something that I've seen that you have done in the past before. So this is something that you're not completely unaware of or oblivious to. You are the type of person who, whenever you feel like you need to, you will go into hermit mode, which is an amazing thing to do because not many people can do that. A lot of people constantly like to be distracted and doing things and busy and having fun and moving forward, and people like to keep busy because once they don't, their thoughts start to come up to the forefront. And again, if you hear shouting or talking in the background, I am so sorry. That is my family upstairs getting ready for bed and playing some video games. So I am sorry about that. Okay. Now, moving forward, I'm going to be pulling out some cards from the oracles. We'll be using the Work Your Light oracle cards, these Sacred Self-Care oracle cards, the Spiritual Awakening, 52 Universal Laws oracle cards, and also the Divine Abundance oracle cards. For any last messages from spirit, from your spirit guides, from archangels, from your ancestors, from your higher self. Okay, so let's get into that. All right, spirit, we can pile number 3, work their light. Okay, you got 2 cards right off the bat. Okay, we've got here, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Period. I had told you that I can sense that you're already like a really, baby, you got it. You got it. Exactly how it says. Stop overthinking it. You're already doing it. You're already on the right track. Like I said here, you already know that you have a good mentality. You speak highly of yourself because you realize your perspective is a healthy one, right? You remind yourself like, hey, I've overcome way more difficult things. This is nothing. And you speak and you see yourself highly, which is amazing. The other card we have here is Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future. Again, that speaks about like the inner child healing, and also the Hanged Man. Whenever you're having some difficulties or you're feeling something that keeps on coming up, maybe that's an ancestral pattern, like wanting to be healed, and maybe you are the one destined to do that. At the back of the deck here, we have the card Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Amazing. Okay. Now we're going to get the Sacred Self-Care oracle. Let's see what are some sacred self-care routines that you can incorporate into your daily life. Spirit, what are some self-care routines that pile number 3 can incorporate into their daily life? Spirit, self-care routines, what are some self-care routines that they can incorporate? Okay, we got 2 here. Make an altar. And this altar doesn't have to be specifically to a deity or to a god, goddess, to God. It could be just an altar where you can go meditate in front of. It can remind you of your goals, of your ambition, of your higher self. Put some flowers, some candles, anything that emanates what you wish to embody. And the other card here is Dance. I am telling you, you guys are definitely like a fire sign. You guys are the passionate ones here. You guys like to move, groove, and just shake off the negative energy. At the back of the deck, we have watch a movie. Yeah, when you have those moments that you just want to do nothing, just chill out, watch a good old movie. Watch a good movie that inspires you, that motivates you, or something that just help you just chill the F out, where you don't have to worry about any damn thing. Okay, 1 second, let me check how this looks. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so now we'll be getting from the 52 universal law oracle cards. So Spirit, what are your 2 universal laws that pile number 3 can incorporate into their lives? Work towards, Spirit. Okay, here we go. We got 2. The first one is the law of manifestation. Let go of trying to control life and allow miracles. We also got the law of correlation. Witness the booming effect of your beliefs and actions. Yep. Also, I will be reading from the guidebook for these 2 because I have not memorized those, the universal laws. And then at the back of the deck, we have the law of perfection. Choose to view life in all its glory. Okay, last card that I'm going to pull, and then I'll get into correlating all of this. Okay, Spirit, any last messages from pile number 3's spirit guides, ancestors? Okay, we got one right off the bat. Okay, we got trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Trust. That is beautiful. And at the back of the deck, we got allowing radical acceptance. Say yes to the reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. Sorry for reading that poorly. Okay, like I had mentioned earlier, pile number 3, I can sense that you guys are already well on your way and on the right path of how you speak to yourself, how you see yourself, and you're pretty much on point. You know your self-worth. However, you do know that there's still a little bit more work to do, and that is okay. We are always evolving. We are ever changing. So obviously we'll have to kind of pivot and fix the little things. We're not always going to love the same things, and in doing so we have to get to re-know ourselves and fix our perspective or change our perspective and learn and grow, right? We're ever evolving. And in doing so, we break lots of chains, because there's some people who are dead set in their ways and they do not want to change. Time is passing by. Life is moving and growing. However, they're dead set in their ways of thinking, their ways of treating their bodies, their ways of their spiritually, like how they carry themselves spiritually. Their spirit, their mind, and their body is the same, and they're stuck in that programming. However, you have learned through your trials and tribulations how to overcome that. Your mentality is on point. That is exactly why you got this card here: break the change, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. You are that one to break that chain. And I know for most people that seems like a very heavy burden, or bearing, is that how you say it? That is a very heavy task to carry. However, the universe wouldn't give it to you if it didn't believe you were ready, or you were able or capable of doing it. So trust in that. Again, make an altar, something that you can carve out a little space to meditate, to journal, to do breath work, right? Or to even do dancing there, energetic dancing, right? To release energy that is stagnant or that it's low vibrational, right? But do those 2 things, incorporate them into your daily routine or into your life, so that you can bring wholeness, essentially. Now, moving on to these 2 cards, I'm going to look into the guidebook, and I'll read directly from it for you. Okay, here we go, pile number 3. Let go of trying to control life and allow miracles. There are 2 primary principles of this law: spirit, your higher self, creates from nothing and in harmony with the unity of life. Through your beliefs within your subconscious mind and soul, you set in motion this universal law. The degree to which your beliefs are limited and not in accordance with the harmony with life is the degree to which you will experience yourself unable to manifest. Furthermore, serving the highest good exponentially increases your ability to manifest. Awaken the oracle within. Let go and stop trying to force things to happen. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to be open to how things show up in your life. By controlling and outlining, the universe cannot deliver your dreams. Remember, Spirit, your higher self, creates from nothing, so you must release the preconceived ways you think things have to happen. However, if you create in harmony with the unity of life and in service for the highest good, your ability to manifest will increase exponentially. Journal and action that's suggested by this guidebook is, when it comes to manifesting, mentally practice neutrality. Let go of attaching to an outcome and labeling anything as good or bad. Allow yourself to receive a gift from the universe today. And moving on to the law of correlation card, it says, witness the boomerang effect of your beliefs and actions. All of life is a relationship, a mutual exchange of energy with a perfect reflection. This law is the boomerang effect of the mental universe. This interdependent, unified kinship is dynamic and instantaneous in its exchange. There is always a mental equivalent and a divine reverberation that echoes through the cosmos. Awaken the oracle within. Are the things you desire not coming to you? There is only one reason, and it is because you're not giving it. Life is an exchange of energy, a flow of giving and receiving. It is the current of consciousness. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to be of service to every person you come in contact with today. You may give a compliment or do a good deed, but you must not expect anything in return. The universe has a special surprise for you. And the journal in action is, take some time to journal and reflect upon what is showing up in your life. What is being reflected via how you are using your mind? Are your relationships reflecting love or division? Are your finances reflecting abundance or insufficient funds? Is your health reflecting high vibes or dis-ease? Okay, so pile number 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I truly hope this resonated for you. Please let me know in the comments down below if it did, and give me feedback. I truly appreciate your guys' comments and feedback and your guys' interaction and engagement with my videos. I know it's been a hot minute since I have posted content up in here, but I finally figured out my routine after so long. A perfect routine for myself. I got everything I needed to feel more comfortable with recording, and I'm absolutely ready to get back into the motion of making weekly videos. Don't forget to like my video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check out my newsletter. The link will be in the description box below. My newsletter is The Inner Alchemy, the Pathway to Self-Mastery, where I send 2 newsletters a month, and we talk about tarot and how we can apply it to our daily lives. And also, I will be starting as of March, I will be launching my new series, Mind, Body, and Spirit series on the Zodiacal New Year, which is March 21st, starting off with Aries. So get ready for that, and that will be the second newsletter you receive in the month. And attached to either the first or second newsletter, I also have full moon or new moon, depending on which it lands, in-depth readings on those newsletters. So that's something that I don't share on YouTube anymore. So please check out my newsletter. That way you can get directly notified also of when I create content, because I just repurpose that onto my other platforms. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you next week. Bye, Cosmic Babes.